I just said it was like, it's a chamber.
Okay.
I said it was like a spaceship. Different things, but it makes sense because it all has to tie back to the chair.
Okay.
Yeah, so
it's still
like
something
a
that
chamber.
has.
You're sitting. You're in one place. That's how I took it. And then a spaceship is like you're sitting, but you're not gonna be there for too long. It's like for a chair, you're sitting, but you're not gonna be there for too long. So I try to put it as like a metaphor, assembly type shit, so it kind of coincide with it.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was different.
That's what's up. No, that. Like I said, we gotta do one together.
Mhm. So let's talk about your halftime.
You want to talk about the Super Bowl and halftime? Or you want to talk about the Grammys first?
Oh, I ain't watched the Grammys, so
All right, so we can jump to this since we watched this, and then we'll talk about the Grammys after that. Super Bowl. The Chiefs lost.
Yeah.
They got smacked. You know what I mean? That was cool.
I mean, they won.
That was cool.
Couple.
But yeah.
But it was a good game.
Me and Manny was honestly just watching the halftime performance again. Myself, Kendrick Lamar. What's your thoughts? You want me to say my thoughts first? Okay, what was your thoughts about it? I thought it was good though. I thought it was good.
That's your man.
Oh, okay.
So,
so she looked at the chair. No. Opposite. She saw the opposite. Okay.
No.
Oh.
You look at that. I don't know. She probably got like her ears to the door and shit. Like you just be hearing us, right?
Huh?
Oh, nah, I texted her.
Oh, you? I was like, how did she know?
You looking up at my cousin. I'm gonna
Ooh. So, I don't think a lot of people understood the message that he was giving. I promise you. Because at first, I knew it was some type of like, I knew he wanted to give some type of message, like a history type of black history message. I knew that was going to happen. Because that's Kendrick. In any performance that he does on stage is always very eye-catching.
Yes.
And there's a message behind it. But like, looking at it and then going back and it seeing like the breakdown of what the meanings of each things were, and I got all that from TikTok. So,
like everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
But it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It made it even more enjoyable to watch it, to repeat it over and over again, because it's like, damn, now I
Easter eggs.
How
to find the Easter eggs.
Like it was a PlayStation controller. You know what I'm saying? But who owns it? Sony. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has messages hit like there. It's just you gotta see if you know what the fuck what is it about.
I think he was showing America how black and brown Americans live in America.
Mm-hmm.
We basically in the game, even if we get somewhere, you get back to a certain level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to Samuel Jackson for playing Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying? That was the most fire part about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at every different section of the songs, he let you know what was about to come up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at first he's telling him, do you really know how to play the game? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so then he does the first part, and then when he does the scissor part, he's like, yeah, that's what we want to hear. You got it. Now, don't fuck it up. Okay? And then you hear the, oh no, and then he teased it. You like how he teased it?
I loved it.
He teased it. I love that he did Man at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he did, and then after Man at the Garden, Samuel Jackson came back and said, oh, the culture code, the culture cheat code. He said, deduct the life. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? What else? The scissor part was fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love that he did Euphoria as well. A lot of people, like, a lot of the critics on TikTok and shit is like, he made it about Drake, though. I'm like, bro, he did 2 songs about Drake. That's it, bro.
Everything else wasn't.
And he had to do Not Like Us because Up to Date is his biggest song.
Correct.
It's why he got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there's really no other. There's other songs he had, but
yeah, you can't deny it. The only song that I'm mad that he didn't play, and it's because it is Black History Month, is All Right.
Right.
He didn't do that, but hey, I can't be mad at the creator.
I feel like that was a whole concert within itself. Like the whole stadium came together.
Come on, he opened.
That's chills.
He opened up with Whacked Out Murals with a different verse.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went into Squabble Up.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went into Humble. Then he went into the scissor track, both scissor tracks. If This World Was Mine,
Right.
and the shit from Black Panther.
Correct. Yes.
That shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? I want the credit if I'm winning or I'm losing on my mama. That's the realest shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he went into Not Like Us. And then, of course, he had to do TV Off. And stop telling me that the nigga don't put his mans on when the verse on TV Off that he did is the featured verse. And that's somebody from his neighborhood, bro. Like, I'm just saying, but I think he killed it, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't rocking with the jeans that he had on, but hey, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I like the jacket, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the jeans, it was probably could have been like one size up for him. The thighs was dazzling. It was a whole lot of thigh in there. I was like, damn. But I like the outfit. I like the concept of it. I like the whole concept of everything, how the layout.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I loved it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The numbers came back, they saying that Michael Jackson was the most viewed at 181.5 mil, and his shit was 182.3 mil or something like that, Kendrick. So, but I also account that to it being we in the social media era. So it's a lot of different ways that you could account for viewings, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I don't want that to come off like, oh, you a Kendrick fan, of course you're going to say that his shit is the most viewed. Nah, that's just the numbers that came out, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that he killed the performance, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he made it about Drake. I think he made it about, like, what you say, like, what we both saying, sending a message to America. And the most important part about that is that Donald Trump was there.
That's why he did it.
Yeah, he was at the Super Bowl, so.
I think,
You saw all them niggas coming out that car? They gutted the car and they was coming from the stage.
I think what you call.
But you saw how those dancers was aligned like the American flag and all that, right?
I think
Let me see the lighter.
he had to what you call it. He had to put that. Hey Drake. Like he had to.
Looked in looked in the camera with his little smirk.
He was probably rehearsing this shit, and then one of the tapes he looked at it and synced that shit. He was like, yo, I'm taking that.
Say Drake.
I'm taking Drake. Like yo, like.
Yo. You better never go to Cell Block where he was wild.
You know, like I'm just looking at him like this is an iconic performance, Super Bowl halftime performance that's gonna live in
the Lord
everybody's living room, everybody's mind, everybody's conversation, years to pass. And going, oh, that like how people talk about like Michael Jackson or Prince. So it was like, yeah, or Whitney Houston when she did her singing the anthem. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that's very iconic and it lives within conversations, within amongst.
And like that was the first solo rap performance at the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying? So that's another historic moment, you know what I mean? So I think he just set the stage for whoever comes next, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, SZA killed it, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that sets the precedence for what they about to do. They going on this tour, and it's a stadium tour, so you had to see how you could rock that many people, you know what I'm saying? Right. And they could do it, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dave Free and the whole team at PG Lang for they hands on with coordinating and setting it up and all that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So it be their ideas, Kendrick and all of them, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, man. Kendrick Lamar is just so artistic, you know what I'm saying? And his brain, the way he flows, I'm just a fan of that, of the art. When I'm a fan of somebody, like how I'm a fan of LeBron, I'm a fan of his art, which is basketball, you know what I'm saying? My favorite baseball player all time, I think is the greatest baseball player all time, I don't care how you look at him, is Barry Bonds. Because of his art, the way that he said, the pitcher throws 100 miles an hour. The catcher catches it every time with the glove. Right. I just changed his glove into my bat. That's all I did. I changed his glove into my bat and I catch the ball before he catches it. And he's the all-time leader in home runs ever. every time he came up
That's
with
dope.
base, Chun Chun, bases loaded. That means there's a player on each base, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd,
Okay.
with no outs. So if you walk him, there's a run that's gonna come in because he has to go to 1st. The 1st one has to go to 2nd. The 2nd one has to go to 3rd, and the 3rd one has to come on. They used to intentionally walk him with bases loaded because they didn't want him to hit a home run for 4 runs. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at people's art, and I'm a fan of that. So yeah, I just think it's top 5 Super Bowl performances. I don't want to overdo it and be like, oh, it's number 1. Nah, it's like top 5.
Yeah, it's not. No, I'm not. Listen, I like it, but I'm not saying that this is. There's gonna probably be more to come.
Cause I think who's coming next is gonna be fire. I got somebody that they should have next.
Who?
CB.
That'll be
Chris Brown.
that'll be.
I don't know. I think it happened this year. It was some award show or some fashion week or something in Paris, and he was there, and Rihanna was there, and he was sitting next to some. I forgot who he was sitting next to, but she came, and she rubbed Chris Brown's head, and she gave a hug to the person that was next to him, and then he got up, Chris Brown, and she gave him a hug, and that shit to me was her showing the world. I forgive Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit happened when we was young. Yeah, that shit happened when we was young. You know what I'm saying? So, I think whole Jay-Z held a grudge towards Chris Brown for that for a long time, because you know that Rihanna is Jay-Z's. You know what I mean? And then to what we're gonna talk about next. Shout out to the Super Bowl and shout out to the halftime performance.